In the charged atmosphere of the Walker, Texas Warrior Arena, Reality of Wrestling delivered a main event that will echo through the halls of professional wrestling for years to come. A match that wasn't just about pride or performance, but about legacy, reputation, resilience, and the ever-present hunger to prove one's worth between the ropes. Promise Braxton, aptly dubbed the Chosen One, came into the night with the weight of expectation on her shoulders, having steadily risen through the ranks by sheer determination, relentless training, and unwavering belief in her abilities. Trained by Booker T himself, and having traveled thousands of miles from Pittsburgh to Texas just to perfect her craft, Promise represented not just the future of the sport, but its burning core, the grit, the heart, the passion that fuels wrestling beyond titles and fame. Across from her stood a living legend, Nattie Neidhart, a veteran of WWE, born into wrestling royalty, yet constantly fighting to prove she belongs in conversations dominated by newer names and louder voices. Recently doubted by none other than Booker T on national radio, Nattie took it personally, not because of pride, but because of principle, because after decades of commitment, battles, and achievements, being questioned again was the final spark that reignited the fighter inside her. She didn't come to Reality of Wrestling to visit. She came to dominate and to silence every critic who dared to ask, does she still have it? From the second the bell rang, it was clear that this wasn't going to be a standard contest. It was raw. It was emotional. It was warfare disguised as sport. Both women clashed with unrelenting intensity, exchanging hard-hitting blows, reversing each other's signature moves, and displaying psychological warfare through mind games and body language. Nattie tried to end things early with her technical precision and classic submission work, but Promise, ever resourceful and prepared, had studied 2 decades of Neidhart family wrestling and wasn't going to be caught off guard. The audience watched as Promise exploded with offense, pulling out a perfectly timed Meteora, stiff strikes, and signature combinations that nearly secured her the biggest win of her career. Nattie, however, showed why experience can't be underestimated, using her ring IQ to shift momentum at the right moments, punishing Promise with strategic attacks to the limbs, all while controlling the pacing like a veteran composer. The match spilled outside. Steel met flesh, tempers flared, and it became apparent that this was more than just a professional showcase. This was a deeply personal battle rooted in years of frustration, ambition, and a desperate need to be seen. Every slam, every hold, every counter screamed of urgency. Despite multiple near falls from both sides and moments where it seemed either woman could close it out, neither gave in. The crowd was on their feet, living every second, their cheers, gasps, and chants turning the building into a boiling cauldron of emotion. Eventually, in the match's climactic moments, Nattie locked in the sharpshooter in the center of the ring. Not just a move, but a generational statement, a symbol of heritage and pain. And Promise, despite clawing and crawling and refusing to quit, had her body pushed beyond its limits, and the referee, seeing her unresponsive, had no choice but to call for the bell. Nattie stood victorious, not with arrogance, but with solemn pride, knowing that she had fought for and reclaimed her respect in front of a new generation. Yet, Promise Braxton, even in defeat, was transformed. Having survived the most grueling match of her career against a legend, she walked away with more than just experience. She walked away with validation, with a battle-earned scar that proved she belongs among the best, not as a prospect, but as a peer. The match, devoid of titles or stipulations, mattered more than gold. It was a meeting of eras, of philosophies, of fire and legacy. It was the past refusing to fade, and the future demanding its moment. It was without question a classic, one that will be watched, studied, and remembered as the night when 2 women gave everything they had, not for glory, but to remind the world exactly why wrestling is the most passionate form of storytelling there is.